Saucing on you.
Hi guys, so I asked you guys to ask me some questions just to get to know me better. So I'm going to start with the non-fitness related. Where are you from? I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, which I'm still here. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite animal? My favorite color is this Tiffany blue, and then I love any reds and any greens as well. My favorite animal is a fox. How long did you play volleyball? Were you good? I played volleyball for 14 or 15 years. Been playing since I was like in 3rd grade. Played all the way through college. And as far as saying like, were you good? I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything. But if you want some accomplishments, then yes, I was 2-time MVP, 3-time All-American, among other things. So I would consider myself a very good volleyball player. But that's just me. Ask my team. I don't know. This one made me laugh because I've actually gotten a lot of questions about this. Do you take any hair supplements? What is your secret hair regimen that keeps your hair so amazingly thick and long? Okay, so this, like, you can't even see the rest of my hair. That's about how long it is. I put it on here. So it's like basically down to past my butt. The key to growing it, don't cut it. I have not cut my hair or even like trimmed it in like 2 years, which I really need to, because honestly it's too long for stage. So because it covers my butt, so I have to get at least, I'm gonna say like at least that much cut off for like when I compete, because it's too long to have on stage. But as for like hair supplements, I don't really take any. But this is what I use. It's Aussie Sprunch, and it's just like the flexible hold, and it has leave-in conditioner in it as well. And then, what is your favorite hair product? This is dry shampoo. Ladies, dry shampoo is a lifesaver, because who has time to shower all the time? Not me. This one also made me laugh. How do you pronounce your last name? So how you pronounce my entire name is Caroline Mayer. So like the mayor of a city. Also, I know people, like, my name is Cara Fit on Instagram, and like just when I started it, I just didn't think that Caroline Fit had a ring to it, so Cara Fit came about. And now some people, even people I work with, they now call me Cara, but most people do call me Caroline. So I do answer to both. I answer to Care, and Caroline is my middle name, so that's not even my real name either. So Victoria Caroline Mayer is my whole name. I just go by my middle name. And then, how tall are you? I'm 5'11", 6 foot with shoes on. Going into diet questions, what are your go-to snack foods? I'm a sucker for any kind of fruit. I'm obsessed with raspberries. I eat raspberries and yogurt, or just eat them by themselves. But fruit, I'm a total fruit person. What are my macros, and what is my diet plan? Okay, so I don't really tell people my macros. I don't think it's beneficial to you unless you are the same height, weight, have the same exact metabolism. If your name is Victoria Caroline Mayer, like, unless you have those names, my macros will do nothing for you. But also, I'm in prep for my first show, so my macros have no relevance to anyone else but me. I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't want any girls or guys saying like, oh, like, I want to be in that kind of shape, I'm gonna eat those macros. Don't do that, because I train differently than you. My metabolism is different. My height and weight, age, all of those things come into play, and I don't want you guys eating the way I do and then not getting the same results and then getting like bummed out. So Sorry, I'm not gonna answer that question. But my diet plan is pretty like I do the, if it fits your macros, flexible dieting. But right now, I'm kind of doing like the bro diet for right now. So like lots of chicken and veggies. I'm getting kind of like on a couscous kick. I love couscous right now. How high is too many carbs? How often should you train? How much cardio is necessary? How often to cheat? Is it okay to eat protein bars every day? So that was one person's, all of their questions. So how high is too many carbs? I can't really answer that because I don't know your body type or what your current macros are and what your body reacts to. So I don't know. I don't know how much carbs is too carbs for you, or too carby for you. How often should you train and how much cardio is necessary? Again, I don't know what your goals are, so I don't know how often you should be training. When it comes to cardio though, I normally say 20 minutes a day is sufficient. Like I don't do any more than 20 minutes when I do it. Currently don't do it right now, but when it comes to cardio, again, I don't know your goals, so I don't know how many times a week that you should be doing it, but I say no longer than 20 minutes a day, just as long as your heart rate is in that specific zone, so where you can burn calories. Oh, and is it okay to eat protein bars every day? Sure, go for it. Will a cheat meal a day ruin my progress? I would say yes, because again, I'm prepping. So if I had a cheat meal a day, there's no way in hell I'm making my stage physique look the way I want it to look. So if you have a super, super high metabolism and you're not prepping for a show, sure, have a cheat meal a day. But again, I don't know you, I don't know your goals, I don't know your macros right now, so I can't answer that one either. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, should you count your cheat meals in your macros? I think that's a personal preference. If I'm going to have a cheat meal, I get curious of like, literally, how much is this gonna fuck me up? Like, I kind of just want to know, like, okay, how big of a cheat meal is this gonna be? Whatever. So I'll put it in anyways. But if you're gonna go like above and beyond and you know this whole chocolate cake is about to be in my stomach as my cheat meal, it's just not worth it to even track it. It's just personal preference, I guess. So who are your coaches for your prep and what made you want to compete? Okay, so my coaches, you guys might follow them on Instagram too, are Chris Morford and Kaylin Gooseland. They've been my friends for a while, and they're a couple, so they're boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're both coaching me, and I'm super excited. Like, they're super knowledgeable. I know how to train, but they're helping me so much with like the nutrition aspect, and they also do my workouts though. So what made me want to compete? So I knew the summer before my senior year that I wanted to compete in bodybuilding, specifically bikini, because I've been an athlete my whole entire life. I played basketball, soccer, volleyball, I rode horses. I stuck with volleyball for 15 years, and I knew after graduation, basically after that fall season, that I would be done. Like, I would no longer be an athlete per se. I knew I was going to need a competitive outlet, and I knew that I was still going to be training hard, and I knew that I still had so much potential in like building my body the way I wanted to look, and I knew that this was going to be like what I wanted to do, because I'm a super competitive person and I love a challenge, and this just seemed like a perfect fit for me, and I'm just really excited. Like, I wanted to compete this past summer, and then that was when I got sick, so that kind of just like pushed it back, and now that I'm ready, me, Chris, and Kaylin are gonna transform this body into stage readiness, and I'm super excited. Which brings me to the next part. Somebody asked, what show am I competing in? I mentioned this in my last video. I'm doing the Natural Ohio on April 2nd, and that's in Cleveland. What do you think will be the most difficult part of prep? So I feel like posing for me is going to be really difficult. I've tried to look at so many videos. I'm super awkward. I'm going to be 6'4", 6'5"-ish on stage with my heels. I'm not the most graceful person on earth. So if anybody knows like a great posing coach near Cincinnati or posing classes, I'm totally down. So comment below if you know anybody. I know Emily Duncan, she's talking about a symposium that she's going to be working on. I'm about to go to that. But posing, I think, is going to be my thing, and staying like composed on stage and not like freaking out, because I'm really not good in front of a lot of people. Like, it's not my thing, but I need to step outside my comfort zone with this, and I'm more excited than I am nervous, so that's good. What has been your biggest challenge in competing / weightlifting so far, and how did you overcome it? I think that goes back to April, so I'm gonna save that question for when I explain what happened in April, but we don't have enough time in this video, so keep a lookout for that one. What things do you do for abs? So honestly, I don't train abs, like, ever. So like the first time I trained abs in a really long time was when I had that like arms and core day, and that's because my coaches are making me do it. But honestly, I get all my core work when I'm doing my compound lifts, like squats and deadlifts, and like other accessory moves. So I'm always thinking about my core whenever my back needs to be staying straight, which is in a variety of exercises. What part of your body do you think you need to improve on? So I've never had that glute ham tie-in, and I really want it. So I've been trying to get that like mind to muscle connection while doing other glute exercises, other hamstring exercises. And I've been trying to work really hard on that, but I've never had that before. So that's tough for me, and I'm hoping that like once this 12 weeks are over and I'm like leaned down a lot and I've been focusing on that for a while, that those will come out. And if they don't, no big deal, but I'm hoping they will. Okay, the next question. What do you think your biggest obstacle that impedes your progress towards achieving your fitness goals is? I don't really know how to answer that, because right now I'm like the most motivated I've ever been, because this is my first prep and everything's like new to me, and I'm just looking forward to competing and everything's exciting, and I just like want to work really hard for me and for my coaches. And so right now I don't really have like any of those like mental barriers right now, which is normally what would stop me. So physically I know I can do it, and mentally I'm in a great state of mind of where I'm super motivated right now. So right now, nothing. But in a few weeks, when they start cutting down my carbs and my other macros, I'll get back to you. So the last question I have is actually from one of my clients, and I really like this question. I thought about it for a little while. So she asked, if you could only use 3 words to tell someone aspiring to reach goals like yours, what would you say to them? Learn something every day. So every day technically could be 2 words, but I'm using it as 1 word here, so back off. Learn something every day. So people don't really know my goals. I don't really broadcast them all the time until I've reached them. My goals are pretty high for myself, especially for this year. So if you're like me and you have really big goals, learn something every day. It could be something about yourself, something about your professions. It could be about anything, but you need to constantly be learning, because like even me being a personal trainer, things happen all the time where I just had a new client come in and she's had her entire spine fused. I've never had a client like that before. I don't know her exact limitations, So I did research. I have to learn about spinal fusion, and I need to learn what's okay and what's not okay, and what her boundaries are. And I need to get to know her. I need to learn about her. So if you have big goals like mine, you can never stop learning. You have to educate yourself. You have to make sure that you're okay if you don't achieve those goals. Because sometimes you're not going to, maybe ever. And you have to be okay with that. You need to learn that if you're going to set the bar way up here, you might fall short sometimes. And that's okay. It happens to me a lot. Especially in weightlifting, when you're saying, hey, I can lift that. And then all of a sudden the bar's like, no, you can't. And then you're just like, all right, okay, maybe next time. Maybe in a month, whatever. But learn something every day. Always better yourself. Always educate yourself. Continue to grow. That's the most important thing in anything that you can do. So if you want to get to those big goals, you need to educate yourself so that you can set yourself up for success. You're not going to achieve great things unless you know you can, until you know exactly what you have to do to get there. And that's why prep is such a big example of that. 12 weeks of prep or 17 weeks of prep, however long you decide that you need, that's a huge growing process. You're constantly learning. You're learning about your body. You're learning about your limitations. You're learning about your mental strength. Learning about how awkward you are when you're posing. You learn about so many things. So those are my 3 words. Learn something every day. Thank you to everybody who commented and asked me questions. I'm sure I'll do another Q&A somewhere down the road, or just you can always email me or comment or whatever. Please don't DM me. I don't really like DMs. Oh, also, I'm 11 weeks out today, so first week of prep, check.
White Iverson. When I started balling, I was young.